Welcome, welcome friends. Today we're diving into the history of the vibrant and unique traditional foods served in Jamaican homes at Christmas time. From dessert to main course and everything in between, we'll explore the historical backgrounds of these celebrations of foods that make it onto the holiday table in Jamaica. There are hundreds of methods on the internet for preparing these traditional dishes, so we are not looking at specific preparation, just the background into what makes them special for the Jamaican holiday season. Before we continue, please do mash the like and subscribe button to help our little channel grow. Every mickle mecca muckle. We start with a centerpiece for most all Jamaican homes, a Jamaican Christmas legacy, the Christmas Black Cake. This isn't your nan's fruit cake, although its roots are in the English traditional Christmas cake. This is Jamaican Black Cake, and it's in a league of its own. As the centerpiece of Christmas feasts and celebrations, this rich, rum-soaked dessert is more than just a treat. It's a symbol of our culture, history, and resilience. So, let's explore how this delicious cake came to be. The story of Jamaican Black Cake begins in the colonial era. Its roots lie in the traditional English plum pudding, a dense dessert made with dried fruits, suet, and spices, which was a Christmas staple for British colonizers. When the British brought this dessert to Jamaica, over time the recipe was adapted using local ingredients and cooking techniques, transforming it into the uniquely Jamaican dessert we know today. One of the most distinct features of Jamaican Black Cake is its bold flavor, thanks to the use of rum and spices. These elements have deep roots in Jamaica's history. The sugar plantations of the colonial era gave rise to Jamaica's rum industry, and enslaved Africans brought with them knowledge of spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, and allspice. Together, these ingredients gave Jamaican Black Cake its signature richness. Instead of steaming the dessert like a traditional English plum pudding, Jamaicans began soaking fruits like raisins, currants, and prunes in dark rum, sometimes for months. This process gave the cake its unique flavor and texture. Over time, Jamaican Black Cake became a centerpiece of Christmas celebrations. Its labor-intensive preparation and luxurious ingredients made it a special treat reserved for the holiday season or special occasions. Making black cake is often a family affair. The fruits are prepared and soaked long before the holidays, and the baking process itself becomes a time for bonding and storytelling. It's also a tradition to bake extra cakes to share with friends, neighbors, and family members, a gesture of generosity and community spirit that reflects the true meaning of Christmas. The Jamaican Black Cake isn't just a dessert, it's a reflection of our island's history and cultural identity. Many families have their own cherished recipes, adapted and passed down through generations. These recipes carry the flavors of Jamaica's African, European, and Caribbean heritage, blended into one unforgettable dessert. Today, Jamaican Black Cake remains a beloved part of Christmas and other celebrations like weddings. Whether it's baked with love at home or bought from a local baker, it's a treat that brings people together. Jamaica's Black Cake isn't alone in the Caribbean. Variations exist across the region. In Trinidad and Tobago, it's called rum cake, while in Guyana, it's often referred to as fruit cake. Each version has its own unique spin, but they all share a common origin in English plum pudding. Every slice tells a story of tradition, resilience, and the vibrant spirit of the Caribbean. That's the rich history of Jamaican Black Cake. It's more than just a dessert. It's a symbol of our culture, our history, and the love we share during the holidays. What's your favorite memory of black cake? Share it in the comments below. Now, let's talk about a traditional Jamaican Christmas drink. We're not talking about some fancy-named cocktail. We're having sorrel, the king of Jamaican Christmas drinks. This isn't your average fruit punch. This is a flavor sensation that'll transport you straight to the heart of a Jamaican Christmas. Sorrel is all about that vibrant, tangy flavor, thanks to the star of the show, a dried member of the hibiscus plant, Hibiscus sabdarifa, grown for its edible, tangy calyces used in drinks and food. Don't confuse this with the popular hibiscus flower, grown for its beauty. Hibiscus sabdarifa has small, pale yellow flowers with a large, dark red center. The calyces, the cup-like structure that protects the flower bud, are deep red and fleshy, which is the part used to make sorrel drinks, teas, and jams. The sorrel plant, Hibiscus sabdarifa, is native to West Africa, where it was cultivated for its tangy, nutrient-rich calyces. Africans used the plant for culinary, medicinal, and cultural purposes long before its arrival in the Caribbean. During the transatlantic slave trade, enslaved Africans brought their knowledge of the sorrel plant to the Caribbean. The plant adapted well to the tropical climate and became a staple crop on the island. Over time, sorrel became associated with Christmas celebrations in Jamaica. Its tangy flavor and vibrant red color made it a festive and refreshing drink for holiday gatherings. Preparing sorrel became a family affair, with recipes passed down through generations. Families steeped the dried calices with ginger, sugar, and spices like cloves and cinnamon, often adding a splash of Jamaican rum for extra warmth. Even today, sorrel is considered a functional beverage, offering both culinary and medicinal value. In addition to being a festive drink, sorrel was prized for its health benefits. It was traditionally used to lower blood pressure, aid digestion, and boost immunity due to its high vitamin C content. Sorrel is more than a drink. It represents the joy and togetherness of the holiday season. Sharing sorrel with family, friends, and neighbors became a symbol of hospitality and goodwill. Its preparation and consumption during celebrations connect Jamaicans to their African heritage and agricultural traditions. While sorrel is most famously associated with Jamaica, it is also enjoyed across the Caribbean and in parts of Latin America and West Africa. Each region adds its unique twist to the recipe. Right, let's get down to business with the main event, Jamaican Christmas ham. The Jamaican glazed Christmas ham is a culinary tradition that embodies Jamaica's history of adaptation and cultural fusion. With roots in European holiday customs, it has been transformed into a uniquely Jamaican dish through the incorporation of tropical flavors, local spices, and festive creativity. We're talking juicy, tender ham infused with the sweet and spicy flavors of Jamaica, and it all starts with a good quality bone-in ham. The tradition of serving ham at Christmas originates in Europe, where cured or smoked meats were part of winter celebrations due to their ability to be preserved through the cold months. During the colonial period, British settlers and plantation owners brought their festive customs to Jamaica, including the preparation of ham as a centerpiece for holiday feasts. Over time, Jamaicans adapted the European-style ham by adding tropical flavors. The signature pineapple glaze, combined with spices like cloves, allspice, and nutmeg, reflects the island's culinary identity. In some recipes, local ingredients like rum or coconut sugar are used in the glaze, giving the ham a distinctly Jamaican twist. Pork has been a staple in Jamaican cuisine since the 16th century, when pigs were introduced by Spanish colonizers. Over time, pig farming became a common agricultural practice on the island, making pork products like ham more accessible. Cured pork products, such as salt pork and ham, were integral to the diets of both enslaved Africans and colonial settlers. The use of pineapples, introduced to Jamaica during the Spanish colonization, became central to the iconic glaze. Pineapple rings, often adorned with cherries, remain a signature garnish that adds both flavor and visual appeal. The ham's prominence on the Christmas table symbolized abundance and festivity. While enslaved people often received salted pork as rations, holiday celebrations allowed for a more elaborate and indulgent preparation of pork dishes. It was often served as the main dish, accompanied by traditional sides like rice and peas, roasted vegetables, and freshly baked bread. Similar to other holiday foods like black cake, ham was often shared with neighbors and friends as part of the season's spirit of giving. While imported hams were initially more common, local Jamaican farmers and butchers eventually began producing hams. Today, both imported and locally cured hams are widely available during the Christmas season. The Jamaican glazed Christmas ham exemplifies the island's culinary philosophy of blending traditional techniques with local ingredients and bold flavors. The ham is more than just a dish, it's a cultural ritual. The preparation of the glaze, the careful scoring of the ham, and the aromatic spices make it an essential part of Christmas festivities. Today, it holds a cherished place on Christmas tables, symbolizing warmth, abundance, and the joy of togetherness. Now, you can't have a Jamaican feast without a proper side of rice and peas. Here's the thing about Jamaican Christmas rice and peas. Usually we make rice and peas with red kidney beans, but at Christmas time, we use gungo peas, commonly known as pigeon peas. Jamaican rice and gungo peas is a festive twist on the traditional rice and peas, deeply rooted in the island's history and culture. Its origins in African culinary traditions, adaptation to Jamaican agriculture, and association with Christmas celebrations make it a cherished part of holiday feasts. The nuttier flavor of gungo peas and their seasonal availability set this dish apart, making it a symbol of celebration and community during the most wonderful time of the year. The origins of rice and peas trace back to West Africa, where dishes combining rice and legumes like black-eyed peas were staples. Enslaved Africans brought these cooking traditions to Jamaica during the transatlantic slave trade. In Jamaica, African cooking methods merged with local ingredients like pigeon peas, gungo peas, and tropical seasonings, evolving into the iconic rice and peas dish. Gungo peas are harvested from late November to January, aligning perfectly with the Christmas season. This seasonal availability makes gungo peas a festive ingredient for Christmas celebrations. While red kidney beans are used in everyday rice and peas, gungo peas are considered special and are often reserved for holidays like Christmas. Using gungo peas elevates the dish, symbolizing abundance and celebration. These beans add a lovely, slightly nutty, earthy flavor that complements the coconut milk perfectly. If you buy them dried, you need to soak them overnight, but you can also get them in cans these days. Pigeon peas were introduced to the Caribbean during the colonial period, likely by Spanish or Portuguese settlers who brought them from Africa or India. The crop thrived in Jamaica's tropical climate and became a staple ingredient in local diets. Rice was introduced to Jamaica by the British in the 17th century as part of plantation agriculture. The combination of rice and legumes became a dietary cornerstone for both enslaved Africans and free Jamaicans, providing a nutritious and filling meal. Gungo peas are symbolic of the holiday season and are used almost exclusively for special occasions, whereas kidney beans are more commonly associated with everyday meals. Rice and gungo peas is often prepared in large quantities for family gatherings and shared with neighbors, reinforcing community bonds during the Christmas season. The dish connects Jamaicans to their African ancestry while showcasing local ingredients and flavors. Jamaican rice and gungo peas is a festive twist on the traditional rice and peas, deeply rooted in the island's history and culture. Its origins in African culinary traditions, adaptation to Jamaican agriculture, and association with Christmas celebrations make it a cherished part of holiday feasts. Alright, let's spice things up with a real Jamaican classic, good any time of the year for a special celebration: curried goat. Curried goat, a beloved Jamaican dish, is a flavorful stew made with goat meat and a blend of aromatic spices. Its history reflects Jamaica's diverse cultural influences, including African, Indian, and British culinary traditions. Here's a detailed look at the historical background of Jamaican curried goat. Goat meat has been a staple in African diets for centuries, often prepared in stews and roasted dishes. Enslaved Africans brought their culinary traditions, including their knowledge of preparing goat, to Jamaica during the transatlantic slave trade. The defining feature of Jamaican curried goat is the use of curry spices, introduced by Indian indentured laborers brought to Jamaica after the abolition of slavery in 1838. Indians brought with them spices like turmeric, cumin, coriander, and fenugreek, as well as the technique of making spice blends. Indian-style curries blended with African cooking techniques, creating the uniquely Jamaican version of curry. The incorporation of local ingredients, like Scotch bonnet peppers and thyme, gave Jamaican curried goat its distinctive flavor. Goat meat was historically considered a special treat due to its cost and the effort required to prepare it. Curried goat became a dish reserved for celebrations and special occasions, such as weddings, family gatherings, and Christmas. Preparing a goat for curry often involved the entire community, especially in rural areas. This communal effort turned the meal into a symbol of togetherness and festivity. Jamaican curried goat is more than just a dish. It's a culinary symbol of Jamaica's history and cultural diversity. Its roots in African goat-based stews, the influence of Indian spices brought by indentured laborers, and its role as a celebratory meal reflect the island's vibrant and resilient heritage. Over time, curried goat moved from being a dish of necessity to becoming a proud representation of Jamaica's diverse culinary culture. In rural Jamaica, curried goat is often cooked outdoors in large pots over wood fires during celebrations, giving it a smoky depth of flavor. In urban areas, curried goat is more commonly cooked on stovetops, but the essential ingredients and spices remain consistent. The dish reflects the fusion of cultures that define Jamaica: African resilience, Indian spice traditions, and British colonial influences, all tied together with the island's agricultural bounty. Jamaican immigrants have carried the tradition of curry goat to countries like the UK, Canada, and the USA, where it is now a staple in Caribbean restaurants. Today, curry goat is celebrated internationally as a quintessential Jamaican dish, representing the island's rich culinary history. Whether served at family gatherings or grand celebrations, curry goat remains a cherished and flavorful tradition in Jamaican cuisine. Curried goat is a labor of love, a celebration of flavor, and the perfect way to warm your soul this Christmas. From delicious dishes to vibrant traditions, Christmas in Jamaica is a festive food time. Which of these Christmas foods do you usually cook in your home? Do you perhaps have any others that are traditional in your family? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Blessings and one love.